Hi, this is Kirk, the Bariatric Carnivore. Well, if you've had bariatric surgery and it's been about 10 years, plan on going on another diet. Because if you're like just about everybody that has had bariatric surgery, the majority of them are going to regain about 50% of their weight again, about within 10 years of having the surgery. It seems to happen about year 2. And the reason for that is when you've had a significant hunk of your stomach cut off, like I did with vertical sleeve surgery, for nearly the first couple of years, you're going to have a major reduction in hunger signals. But those hormones are going to come back after a couple of years, so you're going to start getting a normal hunger feeling again. The stomach is going to stretch out a little bit. And frankly, what happens to too many that I've noticed is they start getting back into old habits. They start eating ultra-processed food. They're not paying attention to what they used to prioritize protein. Now they're eating other stuff. And what will happen is, like what happened to me, slowly but surely I started noticing some regain. And I started beginning that pattern of yo-yo dieting where I would start doing calorie restriction and start paying attention to what I'd eat for a little while. But that's unsustainable because frankly, nobody wants to be hungry all the time. But I'd go off, do a diet for a few weeks, lose some weight, slowly but surely start to regain it. And that cycle began again. And if you want to avoid it, realize that what's going to happen is you're going to have to change the lifestyle. And what I was fortunate enough to find was low carb. I had listened to a lecture from Dr. Stephen Finney and realized that, wait a second, maybe what I've been told my entire life about nutrition is wrong. And I started to study insulin resistance and realizing how the metabolic process works and started getting into metabolic health. And once I started doing that and started switching over to a keto and eventually carnivore diet, I was able to maintain my weight and actually lost some more. I lost about 25, 30 pounds just going low carb carnivore over the years. And gotten stronger. It's changed the physique, gave me a lot more muscle mass, and made me more resilient in a lot of different ways. So I am a big believer in, even after you've had bariatric surgery, working to stop the weight gain. And it's kind of cool. I mean, the people that I had surgery with 11 years ago, most of them are almost close to their original weight before they had the surgery, and they're moping and they're complaining about it. And I'm one of the few people that stayed relatively small, stayed actually smaller than I was when I quote unquote hit my goal weight after having the surgery. So I know it works. And I hope that if you've had bariatric surgery or contemplating it, realize that you've got to not take this as a magic wand that you're going to have this surgery and it's going to work for the rest of your life. It doesn't. It wears off after a couple of years. And 10 years, statistically, you're going to be halfway back to where you were before you even had the surgery. So try to avoid it by changing the lifestyle as soon as you possibly can. As soon as you get cleared to start lifting weights and heavy things. Try to incorporate some sprinting and switch to consider going to a keto or low carb diet, which will help maintain your insulin level at a constant level and help your metabolic health. And you'll notice that all your markers of health, of metabolic health, are going to get better. Your triglycerides are going to go down. Your waist circumference is going to go down. Your blood glucose is going to go down. You're probably going to help your blood pressure and everything else. It's wonderful. So this is Kirk, the Bariatric Carnivore. I try to put out a couple messages each week. Hopefully this will give you some hope that yes, you can make a difference. You can, utilize this tool. And bariatric surgery is a tool to help jumpstart your weight loss and to start beginning your path toward health. But it's not the only thing. You're still going to have to change the diet and lifestyle. And frankly, when I first started off on this journey, the process of tying my shoes was a chore. And within 6 months of doing it, I climbed my first 14,000 foot mountain in Colorado because I could. And that's, the joy of this tool. It opens up horizons for you and starts to make your life in a place where you can start doing the exercise, start living life more actively, but realize that in a couple of years you're going to start regaining weight unless you figure out some lifestyle changes. I try to put out a couple messages each week. Please hit like and subscribe. I will talk to you again soon.